All right, guys, it's time to go bow fishing and potentially gigging with this spear if we can find them. So I know in previous videos many of you have seen this creek before, and usually it's just a small creek, but this time of year, this is the wet season, it's wet clear out into the woods, probably half a mile, but the whole pasture, that's what it is, it's all just creek overflow for the wet season. And normally this is all dry over here, just completely dry even in the ditches. But if we catch it just right, a lot of times there's tilapia that are either in this ditch, or once we get close to the tree line over there, there's a couple little like deep pockets that they'll get up in, and that's where we're hoping to find them. So we're just gonna wander on over there, and we'll set the gig up along the bank somewhere, and we'll try to shoot one or two. Hopefully we even find them. We haven't looked for them yet, but they're usually here. And then if we get lucky and can shoot one or two, make sure we've got a couple to eat, then we can switch over and try to gig straight down the road. Y'all can't see it, but straight down that road. There's a deer on the road. Oh, there it goes. I don't think there's any way you guys can see it, but it's out there. I bet you 250 yards. It looks like a pretty good size one. I bet you it's a buck. But yep, it's one of the other things to kind of watch out for this time of year is there's always big gators around the creek, but around these spots, you see that water's boiling right there, and what it is it's going in. There's a culvert here, so it's sucking in this side of the culvert and rolling out, and that's pretty deep. That's right now, that's probably 8 foot deep. And sometimes when you come across here in the morning, there are just some big gators just laying right across here, so you know they're in here. You just gotta kind of keep your eyes about you a little bit. I don't think they really want to mess with me, but depends on how big they are, I suppose. All right, well, let's get up here, see if we can't find a fish. That big bastard. Mm-hmm.
There's a toppy right there in the mouth of the thing.
Oh, yes. That was close.
Very close.
Breaking this thing.
Yeah.
It's the downside of it, huh? Start to break it. It's alright, still good. Just finished off that one split. There's a bunch in there. Aim low. Right in there. Did you get one? Oh no, it's the end of it. I'll grab it. Oh, it's the one that's already hit. Or maybe it's not.
Get it.
Oh, I swear I hit it.
I know. That's what I was
I swear
feeling.
I hit it.
Oh, there's another one. Ryan, just walk up this ditch. Walk up the ditch, push them that way.
Keep filming.
I'm filming. There's a bunch of them right there.
Oh, are you there?
There's a big white one coming right in front of you. Big white one right here. Right there.
I think the tips are just getting soft.
They ought to hit. I mean, if they hit, they ought to.
Yeah, I mean, it hits hard.
Guard coming there too.
That's guard. Oh, up there, I see it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that'd be good. That's a good way to shoot your bow. Alright, let me try.
Shallower the better. Oh, so close it moved. It's under the palm thing.
So close.
It's going that way.
Is it going that way?
Yep.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Oh, there's one right here.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Right here.
There's two big ones right there.
This thing sucks.
It's terrible. We need a bow. That's fucking pathetic.
How did I not get that one?
You did. You
I
hit
know I
it.
hit
It's right there. It's right there. It's right there.
Is it sitting still?
No, it's moving.
Oh, I see him. Or is that a tiny one?
No, there's a big one right there somewhere. Nope. He's gonna try and get past you right there.
I know.
Just keep screwing with him. He'll come right to you. He's somewhere right in front of you. Dadgum, how the shit? He didn't go by you. Yeah. Son of a...
Okay, it sucks. We hit so many. Finally tired that one out. Man, hurt myself, hurt my knee. I had it right there and I jammed him and he just broke it. And it's just a tilapia about that big. You know, it's nothing huge. We can shoot these with arrows or throw atlatls into them. It's a great concept. Was not worth the time. It's not something I want to go to the effort of putting all the bone points on and all that. I mean, I guess if you lived here and this was something you just did all the time, maybe it'd be worth it. But honestly, I'd rather make a net. When you just net walk, by the time you do all this, build a net, run them all into the net, you got them. Fun concept. I don't like it.
Right here. Right in front of me.
Women or sit?
He's moving right there. Follow my finger. There you go. Coming to you.
Oh, I got him. He keeps facing me.
Got him. Nice.
There you go. Hit that one. That's where I hit him once before. Was right there. Grazed him.
Hey, there's still a bunch of fish up here.
Okay.
Chuck that one out on the bank. Got that one. There's another one.
Got that one.
No, you don't. Yes, you do.
He got me too.
No, you don't.
Just watch it. He's hurting really bad.
Right there.
Hit him again.
I don't know how bad he's hurting. He's right here. Missed.
Damn it. Probably in there, still muddy.
Got him. Don't do that. There you go. There's a big ass grass carp right here, Ryan. Huge grass carp.
Okay.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Get out on that bank. Run down the bank, run down the bank, run down the bank. Run down the bank. Right here. Right there, right there, right there, right there.
Yep. I see a carp. Oh, I see it.
Hurry up and shoot before he gets out of there. Oh, you got him! Good shot. Good shot. Look at that.
No barbs.
No barbs.
No barbs.
Hell yeah. Good shot.
Cool. All right. Once you get in the zone, start hitting the hunting bow and my hunting. This is the bow I'm hunting hogs with tonight. I already dunked it in the water once, which doesn't hurt it. Sinew string gets wet all the time, but it's greased up. And yeah, finger tab's soaking wet, but it'll dry. Can see me good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 4 fish in about 15 minutes. That's pretty good. Some really nice sized tilapia there. All with bone points. This arrow's broke now. We finally ruined it, but I can fix it and replace the point. But no barbs, all held together with sinew and pitch glue. So shooting a sinew bowstring and Osage bow. So very effective, very effective. Gator's sliding off the bank, so we're going right in here. There's 2 gators. Huh? On the other side. Yeah, you see him over there. He's not big enough to eat us anyway. He would hurt us, but not big enough to eat us. Is that fish or is that... Oh, wow, yeah, see him. We better get an arrow on instead of monkeying around, huh? Right in front of you. See that one? Big old white one over here. I'll shoot that one. Ooh, sounded like I hit it. Oh, look at them all. Yeah, coming right out of there. Look at them all right here. Oh, yeah, it just beat me to it. Oh, no, we're coming. Hold on a second. Ooh, that was close. And there was a big one right here in front of me. I can't get it. Got that one dead nuts. Right in the head. There's a big one too. Right in the head. Smash! That was a good one. There you go. I heard that thing hit. Very nice. Nice little catfish. This gar just wants to be shot. Mm-hmm. Head deep over here in the gator hole. Got that one. I wrecked one over there a minute ago and it got off. Got him that time. Oh, I shot missed. He's really deep. Got him that time. I think it's the one you might have hit already. Yeah, you hit this one. Whew. I'm not seeing any more up here. Whoop. Yeah, right there. Got that one. Got that one. There's another one up here too. Throw that one up on the bank. Alright folks, let's just chat a few minutes about the points that are on the ends of the fish arrows, because I know a lot of people ask specifically what I'm shooting for tips. And you'll notice throughout these videos that I'm shooting some that have no barbs on them at all whatsoever, and then ones that we have another piece of antler or bone barb that attaches to the side. So we're going to kind of walk through what that looks like and how we are able to make these antler points. So of course, hunting with totally primitive arrows, you know, all the components that put this stuff together, and the bows for that matter, is really important to me because I want to know how all of this gear works together and performs, and how often you have to repair this kind of stuff, how well the sinew strings hold up in a bow fishing setup, all kinds of stuff like that. So best thing really is to start off with a deer antler, something like this that's got a pretty straight tine already and really pretty closely sized to what we're wanting to work with, as you can see. So the problem with working something like bone is then you have to split the bone. There's a lot more work that goes into it. If you get lucky, see this one here would be another great fishing point right there as well. Just any sort of like a conical, not a hollow conical, but one, you know, antler like this, like a pin style of antler or bone point, is really what you want if you're using river cane. And so I used to just say cut this off, and what you've seen me do many times over is take a stone knife and you basically saw all the way around this thing, and you keep eating it away until you get it close enough that you can break it off, or hit it with a rock and break it off. And now it's a little bit smarter way to go about it is to leave it on the antler and use this as a handle, because you'll notice when you're working you can leverage against your body or against the ground or against your leg. And so you're going to start off basically with like a toothing sort of plane is what I call it, which is just a flake tool that's been chipped. And so what this is going to do is you can start actually making the point. So you can start scraping and removing the material to make this point while it's still attached. And then as this gets thin, then you'll be able to snap or ring it around and snap it off a little bit easier. But as opposed to just holding this little piece and trying to work it is very, very difficult. So you start off with the toothing plane, and it's just a process of scraping is all it is. And then alternate to a bend break style of flake tool, and then you'll notice that this as well is really good scraping tool. I don't know if you guys can see the stuff coming off there, but it actually removes material pretty quickly. So in a Stone Age setting, you're talking about, you know, quite a bit of time invested in using these flake tools, but what you're going to get at the end of it is a really strong antler point. So I already know many people would say, well, why can't you just sharpen the end of a piece of wood and use that? That seems like that would be a lot easier. Well, the thing is, wood is soft, and it gets even softer in the water. So we attempted that where we used wood or even river cane tips, and they soften really easily, and then they just won't penetrate. The tips round over way too much. And so there was a reason that this is a very common artifact, because this tip does not soften nearly to the degree that wood does, so you can use it over and over and over again. So then we take the hollow internodal chamber of the river cane arrow that we made, which is about 4 feet, usually between 3 and 4 feet long, give or take. You'll notice they're pretty long. No fletchings and obviously no lines attached to them. And I usually measure the depth that I want this to sit, and if it needs a little bit of filling down here, I can take a stick, and because I just want it to have a solid backstop, you know, otherwise it's just going to keep cramming it and it's going to split the end of your cane out. And then this would be glued in with pine pitch glue, so then it doesn't come out very easily. And one thing that we've learned from the past other fishing videos you may have seen is I oftentimes have had the point sticking way out, and it can result in it snapping off a little bit easier, especially on big fish. So now you realize the majority of the point is actually set into the cane. You don't need very much exposed at all, but I like to have a little bit exposed because we will resharpen this over time. So this would be glued in with pine pitch glue, and you can use this, and then of course you're going to wrap it with sinew, not mound it up real heavy, but a nice binding of sinew, let that dry, and then coat that with pine pitch as well, because then that will seal it over and keep the sinew from swelling and getting loose once it gets wet. So you'd be surprised how much you can use this in the water, and as long as it's got pitch on it, it's perfectly fine. So oftentimes you'll see that without having any barbs on this, typically the arrows penetrate up far enough, and then when you go to pick them up, you kind of scoop with the arrow shaft to pick it up, as opposed to grabbing and just pulling. And even with a barb, I recommend scooping as opposed to just pulling straight out. But in the event that you want to add a barb, you can use something like this. That is a lap jointed style of antler point, and once you glue this in, you can actually split that hafting section and glue that on just like that, and then wrap from the tip of this right here with sinew all the way back and then behind it, and then coat that with pine pitch. And so you'll see those as well in the video. So really that's how that's put together. That's all the broke down components of it. So use your imagination, scrape it out, grind it on a rock, glue this in with pine pitch glue. Remember to have a stop so it's got a hard floor. And if you want to make a barb, you glue that on with the pine pitch glue, wrap it with sinew, and then coat the whole thing in pine pitch. And then of course the other end that's got the string knot cut in, that's going to be wrapped with sinew and then also coated with pine pitch to waterproof it. Alright, we're walking up to the creek here. Now ever since the hurricane came in, there was a lot of big holes that used to be over here, and now they're not. They're all filled in, so everything's kind of changed. But this one hole here is still here, and I've walked the creek all the way up, and I haven't been able to find any of the holes that have any fish in it, but I saw there was a little alligator and it slid off, so I was like, okay, there's probably a little bit of depth here. And I walked over and peeked over, and there was a big carp laying right there. And then it's funny, right over the bank there's that little alligator too, but I don't care about that little alligator. I want that carp. So that's what we're setting up here trying to do. So I'm gonna get ready, and then I'm gonna bring the camera, see if we can't put an arrow into that big old carp. I'll sneak in. There's some tilapia and some other stuff in here too, but that carp was really big. That little alligator's right there, and you'll see it. It's right up on those rocks laying. It's just, oh, there's two of them. Two little alligators laying right there. See them? Now that carp, they're too small. They're not going to mess with me. But that carp was right in front of me, but I don't see it. Oh yeah, I do. There they are. There's a couple of them. Just missed them. There's one coming. Got that one. Shot him good. I'll just let him settle down a second. I don't think he's going to leave this hole. I got another point, so I'll get up and I'll put a second arrow in him. See, he's wanting to leave right there. That's a big old carp. I can jump in after him too, and I will. I'd like to get a second arrow if I can. Well, we just pulled that one off. I guess that's what I get. He'll probably stay in this one. We'll get another shot at him. Oh, that's what I was worried about. I should have just jumped in, but last time I just jumped in, they got off real easy. Just with all these rocks down here, makes it tough to jump in without really potentially getting hurt. Well, I cheated a little bit and put my polarized glasses on. That definitely makes a difference. That's definitely cheating. But I know also, yeah, I can see way better now. If I had my tribe of people and we were making nets, I would just put a net on that side and then a net up on the other side, and we would walk this together and get every fish out of here possible. Oh, I see them down there now. It's easy to see them all day, easy. See if I can get the same one, but They're down there deep. I just don't want to hit those rocks. Alright. It's like all it takes is just a minute for the water to kind of calm down. Oh yeah, I see them laying up there. I'll just face the camera this way, I guess. Got him again. Same one, same one, same one. Where'd he go? Where in the heck did he go? Oh, he's right there. Holy cow, that's a big fish. I am gonna leave that one in him. He's very lively. I'll try to get another one. Uh-oh, unless he's trying to go across that. Ooh, glance that one off of him. Man, he's packing that arrow around. As long as it's got a barb on it, so it should be all right. At least tire him out. Hopefully it stays in him. At least I can find him easier now. All right, yeah, he's trying to get up in those shallows. Nope, there he is. There he is. That's really where I want him, in those shallows, under those rocks. That would be perfect. Oh, that little alligator sees him. It's like the alligator's trying to get him. He's very lively. There we go. Just need to put another one in him. All right, got a second one in him. Got a second one in him. Deep right there. That is a big fish. Get this third one in him again. Third one. Oh, that's through the head. We got him. Through the head. We got him. All right. That is a big old fish right there. All right. I'll come around where I can actually get down there. Look at the size of that fish compared to my bow and my hand. That thing's as wide across as my whole hand is. Holy cow. That took 3 arrows capturing that one, and luckily the water was low enough that we were able to get in and keep him contained. He could leave if he wanted to, but he didn't want to. Holy smokes. Good. Now Fasting can make his carp dip now. We got plenty of carp. Found the alligator, at least one of them. So here we go. We'll get in here. We'll go underwater so you can see it. I can see its tail. Here's a better look at him. All right, guys, thanks for following along. But real quick, again, before we go, is if you are interested in bow fishing stuff, bow fishing arrows, that kind of stuff, they are available at huntprimitive.com, which I'll drop a link to on the screen and down in the description. And now actually we're working on making the synthetic bone points. So the form and function is exactly the same as the antler conicals that we showed you to make, but these are a little bit more universal fit. They all come with barbs. And the best part about it is they don't require the same maintenance that the truly primitive stuff does. So the wrappings and pitch and stuff, this is held under actually with a black epoxy. So this is really just user-friendly stuff. With the other gear, the true primitive gear, after a fishing session like that, I have to basically go back and refix all of it. So customers obviously don't want to have to repair all of their gear after every time they use it. So this cuts down on that, but you're going to get the same form, function, and performance as you would from the antler. And then lastly, is this is part of our new 2023 hunting playlist of videos. So here on the screen as well, you're going to find a link to the playlist that's going to have all of our hunting videos for this year, between not only this fishing video, but our other Clovis bison hunt video, as well as our deer hunts and hog hunts. And then coming up next week or the weeks after, going to be small game, and then some more hog hunting stuff, and who knows what all we're going to get into, but lots of good stuff. All that will be linked on the screen or down in the description. And so until then, we'll catch you on that next adventure.